One of my favorite things when it comes to addressing postural tone issues with people is actually to address something that not a lot of people think of when it comes to posture, and that is your breathing. My name is Brian. I've been in the health and wellness world now for 20 years. I've been in the pro-metabolic world for close to 10. And today I'm going to share with you some of the most important neurological concepts that I have as far as addressing your posture using your breathing. When it comes to posture, the important thing to realize is that your posture is set by subcortical areas of the brain. What that basically means, it's a fancy, geeky neuroscience way of saying it's not conscious. You're not thinking about it. So maybe some of you, as I start talking about posture, I'm going to go ahead and sit up in my chair a little bit. That part's conscious. But the fact that you weren't there already before I mentioned it is an example of how your postural tone was set on a subconscious level. So one of the things that can influence your posture is actually how well you breathe. If I think of my lungs inhale and expand, and as I exhale, they decrease in size. They'll elevate and elongate as I inhale, and expand as I inhale, and as I exhale, they will rise up, they will compress, and that's going to influence movement around the rib cage and spine. So when it comes to my posture, I might have a breathing pattern issue that is affecting how I'm holding my muscular tone around my spine. So how we want to find this out and address this is we want to actually check your rotation. So go ahead and bring your hands out, and I want you to rotate. Get an idea of how far you can rotate and see if there is a side that is easier to rotate to than the other. So in this case, that's the end of my rotation, but it feels pretty good. Whereas if I'm over here, I've got about the same range of motion, but this just feels tight. This whole right side just feels like I'm running out of room. So the comfort level is far less when I'm rotating right. So I might actually have a problem with the expansion of my lungs and the lung field when I'm trying to rotate. That could influence my posture throughout the day because it could influence my movement throughout the day. So one of the things we want to do to address that is I actually want to mobilize all of that. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to rotate to this side, and now I'm going to try and take 3 big breaths, 3 big inhales, and 3 big exhales. Okay, so after those 3 breaths, I'm going to reassess my range of motion. So I'm actually further now to the left, and not only am I further to the right, I don't have that tightness. So throughout your day, it's probably worthwhile to, from time to time, check in with your rotation, check in with your breathing, and then use your breathing as a way to expand your mobilization. With better spinal movement, better capacity for movement in the spine, you'll have an overall better ability to set the appropriate postural tone so that your brain says, hey, you're safe, I like you, you're cool, let's give you better posture. If you found this video interesting, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it with somebody working on their breathing or their posture, and stick around because I got plenty more like this coming your way.